The Ontario Ministry of Education Trillium List is a database of all resources approved for use in Ontario schools K-12. If you're starting a new teaching assignment in our school, you will notice that your classroom already has the resources that you need. With the Trillium List as a guide, all of these resources were selected in consultation with administration, curriculum leaders, and teaching staff. Decisions were made to acquire resources that allowed teachers to collaborate in planning for instruction and assessment and provide consistency across the grades and classrooms. There's an expectation in our school that teachers use the resources in their classroom. However, if you need to check out a resource that you would like to add to your classroom, make sure to check the Trillium List to find out if it's an approved resource, and also consult with the library. Let's take a look at an example. Click on the secondary subjects on the left-hand side of the screen, and all of the subjects are listed underneath. The arts, business studies, Canadian world studies, English, French as a second language, guidance, health and physical education, interdisciplinary studies, mathematics, native languages, native studies, science, social sciences and humanities, technological education. So let's click on mathematics. So we've got grade 9, 10, 11, and 12. Let's click on the grade 10 option there and see what is approved for teaching grade 10 mathematics. So up here at the top, we've got Principles of Mathematics grade 10 academic, Foundations of Mathematics grade 10 applied. So this lists all of the textbooks and publishers of those textbooks that are approved for teaching of mathematics grade 10 in Ontario. Even though there are 8 titles listed here, in our school, textbooks need to meet additional standards before they will be acquired in the library for use in our classrooms. For example, any textbooks acquired by the library must have been published after 2010. They must also have a teacher guide, which includes an online component. So Nelson Principles of Mathematics meets these requirements. Other titles, such as this one here, published in 2000, and this Math Power, also published in 2000, do not meet the expectations, not only because they're so old, but also the teacher guide they have available is a print version only and does not have an online version available. When there are no approved textbooks on the Trillium List for a specific subject, it is the responsibility of the teacher to contact the ACL or curriculum leaders in order to get guidance on what materials should be used to teach that particular subject. If you want to check whether a textbook you have is on the Trillium List, simply type it into this search box here. And if it's approved, the title should come up on your screen. And in this case, yes, McGraw-Hill Ryerson, Science Links 10 is an approved textbook published in 2010. If you key in a title, however, and no results are displayed, it means that this title is no longer on the Trillium List and should not be used as a main source of information for this subject. Each year, the librarian checks the Trillium List to find out what items have been added to the list and also what textbooks or resources are no longer approved. Once textbooks or other resources have been removed from the Trillium List, they are no longer approved as a classroom resource. The librarian will contact teachers in order to make an arrangement to come and remove those textbooks from the classroom. Generally, the librarian will allow the teacher to retain one copy as a reference. All of the remainder of the textbooks will be removed from the system, deleted from the system, and weeded. If, on the other hand, new titles have been added to the Trillium list, the librarian will contact teachers in order to provide them with replacement textbooks.